Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Luke Monster. Today we have a very exciting diorama episode. Now this is for a project I have coming up in the future and I can't quite say what it is yet. I'm super excited for it and this is kind of just the process of me building it. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it, but make sure to stay tuned because I've got a pretty cool project coming. And so here we do have the, I guess, 5 pieces. Technically 6, but we do have the Death Star kind of like corridor door. It's corridor door. Is that a proper sentence? I don't know. Anyway, though, we do have it in a few pieces here. So obviously we have the door piece here. On top of that is like the frame of the outside of the door that goes on top of this. And then on the outside of that goes this piece. And this is the piece that is actually attached to the wall, which I think is pretty interesting. So the rest of that would actually be set behind the wall. And then next to that, you have the two, obviously, like light walls, which will go on each side of the door. And then you have the little button, which goes right in here. So pretty interesting. And I'm ready to go ahead and get this thing printed. So let's go ahead, load this up into Cura, and print. So here's the first piece. It is about 56 grams, and it'll take about 7 hours, 15 minutes. So not too long for a print. We will need 2 of these in the long run, but we're gonna go ahead and start with 1. I tend to see that like starting with one thing at a time causes it to print better. So I try not to throw too much stuff on the bed, but yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing all ready to print because I'm really excited, and overall, I don't think this is gonna be a terribly long print. So first step, we actually need to get this pink plastic swapped out with our gray plastic. So let's go ahead and get that swapped out. So we got the spool off, but you can see there, it did snap. I should be able to get a pair of pliers though and pull it out just fine. Even a bigger problem, it snapped right there in the middle. I have no clue how I'm supposed to get that out. Maybe I just take out the pipe, but that sucks. Alrighty, we got the gray plastic in. We are ready to start this print. Alrighty, so we officially got our first wall done here. And I think it came out pretty good. I will say a little bit unclean there. We got to go up and touch it up a little bit. But overall, pretty good print. Let's go ahead and move on to the next piece. Alright, we got our second file here loaded into Cura. It's about 9 hours, 9 minutes, and 54 grams. So let's go ahead and get this one ready to go on the printer. Alrighty, so we got our next print started up here. And yeah, it looks like it's going good. So I guess I'll check back in 9 hours. Alrighty, so it looks like our doorway finished here, and unfortunately, there's a few different pieces like this, so we'll see if there's anything we can do to fix that. We might be able to, but if not, I may have to reprint it. But let's go ahead and get this off the bed and take a closer look. We got this one off the bed, and we went ahead and reprinted it because of the misprint there, and it misprinted again here. Not as noticeable, but on this side, very noticeable. So we're actually gonna go with the original one here. And what we've been doing is we've just been sanding out this bit here, and we're gonna try and put these little extra pieces right back in so they fit. It should be fine, and we should be able to glue right in. So hopefully that will solve this problem. So yeah. Okay, so we got it fixed for the most part. I mean, from far away, you're never even gonna notice. So yeah, I think it's a success, and I will probably put some glue on it just to make sure it sticks. But yeah, I think it turned out. Alright, so we do have our last big piece here into Cura. It's about a 5-hour print, so not too long. Let's go ahead and get this last piece started. The only other one we have is the little itty-bitty button control that goes on the inside of the door. And that one, I guarantee is like a 30-minute print. It's not going to take very long, so that one will be last, of course. But until then, we have this 5-hour print. Let's go ahead and get this one started. Alrighty, so we got this print started, and I guess we'll check in 5 hours. But yeah, I'm hoping this one will do pretty good. So yeah, again, it's not a super long print, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, we still got to wait 5 hours for it to finish though. Alrighty, so we're checking in about an hour and a half into the print, so we still got a good few hours. But so far it looks like it started off pretty well, so I've got high hopes for this print. Alrighty, so this last piece finished. Let's go ahead, get it off of the bed, and all put together. Alright, so we got most of our pieces done. Obviously with the back door here, came out beautifully. We do have this one, which is the one we did end up gluing together, so not perfect, but not too bad. We do have this outside frame, which also came out beautifully. And then we do have the 2 actual wall pieces here as well, which will look pretty dang cool. So let's go ahead and get all of this glued together. Alrighty, so we are actually going to start with this piece here, and we're gonna glue onto this piece here. So we're gonna actually just touch up a little bit of glue. I found that hot glue does not like to stick to 3D printer plastic. It doesn't like to do it, so we tend to go with a craft glue, and that tends to get the job done. I might do a little few dots here and there just to get it to stick to. I know this stuff is pretty strong. It's not as strong as like super glue, but it gets the job done. The only problem is it takes a little bit of time to dry. So we'll keep on doing this here. And yeah, so let's go ahead and I guess try to align this guy up pretty well here. Like so, and it kind of sits in just like that. So I'll go ahead and get a book or something, put on top of this so it sits on nice and flat and glues down. Okay, so for this next part, we do cut out these little pieces of I guess cardboard. We're gonna glue them onto the back to hold this wall to the frame. I know this is the back of the print. As you can tell, it's a little bit messy, and that's just from like the glue that goes onto the bed to keep it to stick to the bed. So you're not even gonna see all this, it'll be flipped over. But right now we're gonna be gluing these to the back so it sticks together. Okay, so we got our corners glued on, and now we're just waiting for them to dry. So yeah, overall, this is working out pretty well. Alrighty, so we got both pieces glued together here. Now we are going to, I guess, glue that piece to this piece now. So let's go ahead, put some glue up around the edge here and get it all ready to go. So yeah, I think this is gonna turn out really, really well if I can get the cap off of the glue here. I think it's gonna turn out really good. Now we're ready to glue them together. Like so. There we go. Alrighty guys, so we got all of these pieces glued together here. We don't have the button yet, but we will actually do that in part 2. There's a few different things we need to do in part 2. We're going to add floors, which I think will be nice. It'll be a nice like black Imperial floor. We're gonna add some white vinyl on the back of these to give that nice light effect. We might even add LED lights to make it glow, which is super cool. So I'm really excited about that. Then we'll add some paint and a little bit other stuff to really finish it off. But I think this is gonna be a really cool project. So make sure to come back for part 2. And just for reference, here is how it scales next to the 2020 Imperial Stormtrooper body. So I think this is about to scale in what the actual universe size of this wall will be. So I'm pretty happy with my design, and yeah, I think it came out pretty good. But anyway guys, that is gonna do it for this video. If you did enjoy, hit the like button and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see more diorama builds, if you want to see them in short 1-episode pieces like this, or if you want to see them in more spread out series. Just let me know and give me some ideas for what dioramas you want to see, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching.